23 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their side is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Richard Boone, to hell with him.
If there's a need to suspend you, but Richard Boone will
break you. Tell them it's very stupid they don't do it. Richard Boone, if you don't do it, it's very stupid. You're think more. Now what your web levy for, because she wants you born, baby, after you want to do DNA, you find out enough for you.
This is the majority plus.
To hell with that thing, man. Richard Boone, to hell with him.
If there's a need to suspend you, but Richard Boone will
break you. Tell them it's very stupid they don't do it. Richard Boone, if you don't do it, it's very stupid. You're think more. Now what your web levy for, because she wants you born, baby, after you want to do DNA, you find out enough for you.
This is the majority plus.
To hell with that thing, man. Richard Boone, to hell with him.
If there's a need to suspend you, but Richard Boone will
break you. Tell them it's very stupid they don't do it. Richard Boone, if you don't do it, it's very stupid. You're think more. Now what your web levy for, because she wants you born, baby, after you want to do DNA, you find out enough for you.
This is the majority plus.
To hell with that thing, man.
Richard Boone can do better. Can do better to say, you know what, you're okay, you're trouble, let me serve my people as representative. He's in a bad spot. Richard Boone is going down in history. Let a neglected, rejected, disowned speaker at this time. That Richard Boone is in a bad spot. If Richard Boone thinks that the people want him as speaker to serve the whole Walhalla, he should open an election. If Richard Boone thinks he got 57 individuals that are willing to support him to shut down for that profile and bring some respect to that house, Richard Boone should open a new election. He should step down and ask the people to go for election. It will end this whole Walhalla. It will end this whole thing.
We have made several efforts as a plenary to have that office open. We sent 5 communications, different communications on different occasions, commencing as far back as late last year to no avail. And in some of those communications, the last communication, he responded to it. And he said, if I can recall, at the bottom of said communication, he said that it was his last time talking on said matter. So thereafter, last Friday, we were to conduct this exercise, but the leadership advised that since you're coming to the country, we allow him to come over the weekend and have his things removed. Up to yesterday, Monday, even went to work and declared our action as a coup.
I'm just warming up. So get ready for me. For the next 13 days, I will keep you crying. And you're crying all over the place. What I will continue to do, I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you, foolish, desperate people, talk about rescue country. Joseph Boga couldn't even rescue himself. Some of you passing around, oh, cause I did, cause I that. Where were you when I raised the money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you all sitting there talking nonsense? Talking about cause I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boga. Your God, bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boga deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it because he knows this to be true. Have you noticed what's happening to you all? And I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. So get ready for me. What I'm going to display and publish, you all will see.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working on a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their SAR is there. These are things that we got to be stand up to. Be a patriot. You have to stand first on the side of the law because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Let me say good afternoon to all of you here in Liberia. Those of you out of Liberia, I spare your time zone, your geography. Hello. And thank you so very kindly that you join us for the show, Real Talk on Kings 88.5 on this 26th day of February 2025 with me, Sam Andrews. We've got the issues to talk about, and we've got money to give you. 10,000 Liberian dollars who are giving you today. Alongside the information, money. It's all interesting, very interesting in Liberia. Stress not yourself with these awful events unfolding in Liberia. Get some money so that you de-stress. Start playing the King's Cash giveaway right now. We are giving out 10,000 Liberian dollars. And start playing with only 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US and get 10,000 Liberian dollars. Dial star 799 star 100 hash. That's all. And you got your 10,000. Start playing now and play as many times as you can. Alongside the information, we are giving you money. We gave you the info and we pay you for it. So just put in only two. I said 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then dial star 799 star 100 hash, and there is your 10,000 Liberian dollars. It is Real Talk on Kings 88.5. D. MacArthur, Rari, you've come on. Good to have you on. Mohammed Barry, Gay Bazon, Richie F. Cooper, Man Ananson Patrick Dukley, David Gifler. You've come on from Mandra Market, Waterside. Muyan Sharif from Matadi, District 9. Solod Watcourtier, New Georgia Estate. Clady Allison, you've come on. Good to have you on. Yes, my day is fine, going well from my end. Thank God Almighty. We can't help but bless God for everything. Hope that you are faring well too, Clady. Jeremiah Giddings, you've come on from Congo Town, opposite YMCA. Murphy Heenan from District 9. Mamata Son, you've on. Good to have you on. Andrew Now from Virginia Water Community. Ruth B. Bine, you've come on from Arizona, the United States. Keta Pekin from Broville. Fifth Kelvin Bappin from Red Light. Mandia Southeastern Sister, Dwight, you've on. Thank you so much. Good to have you on. From Minnesota, the United States of America. Yes, you are. You are. Dwight, you are the first today. Thank you so much. It's always good to be first in everything. It's always good. That's faith. That's exuberance. Whatever. It's always good to be first. Thank you so much. Yes, Dwight, hope that you are faring well from your end. Murphy Heenan from District 9. Yourself, Frank Safoko District. Yes, thank you all. Jackson C. Punin from Iron Factory, Block 13. That is the district of one of the sleeping lawmakers in Edward Papi Flomo. And you are following from your intellectual center called Black 13 alongside your chairman, Rico or Kenny Ball, as he's widely known. Richie F. Cooper, you've come on. Thank you so much from 10th Street Sinker. Good to have all of you on, all of you. If we just go on to call the names, then we'll be calling until the show ends and after the show. But good to have all of you on. Thank you so much. You are so massive. You're so extraordinary. It is because of you we are. And we make this sacrifice. We fetch the news and then we bring it to you. And you make the ultimate decision because you are the ultimate judge. So we've got the issues to give you. Start playing. I hope you are. The King's Cash giveaway is 10,000 Liberian dollars. We are giving you. Dial star 799 star 100 hatch. You put in 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50, and there is your 10,000 Liberian dollars in your account. The country is hot. The economy has gone 50 feet in the septic tank. Things are hard here in this country. You know that more than I think I know. And the days are going to be very, very difficult. Brace yourself for hard times. The Minister of Finance said it. You have to listen to the expert and believe the expert. If you can listen to the expert, then you find yourself in a state of doom. The minister made it clear that things are not going to be solved soon. Difficult days are ahead of us. In the midst of all of these difficult times, we are giving you 10,000 so that you are able to manage your life in these difficult times on the Unity Party. You can just have it by putting in 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US by dialing star 799 star 100 hash, and then you can have your 2,000 to manage it in this economy that is so bad or so terrible, unprecedented. It is 20 or 50 feet in the septic tank. All of the officials too, they are holding on to the little cash they have. Don't go to any representative or an official in the executive or anywhere that they will give you money. They will not. They know too that it is hard now. Difficult days are ahead. So they are holding on. If you ever went to them, they will give you bunch of excuses, but they have the money. But they know that tough times are ahead. So we try to help you. They can do it, but we try by just allowing you to take 10,000 from the King's Cash giveaway by playing just 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Dial star 799 star 100 hatch, and then you have your 10,000. Let's go to the issues now. As you start playing, play as many times as you can, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stop it and just play, and then return to your work. Before you can finish with what you are doing, your account will be uploaded with 10,000 Liberian dollars. Your colleagues have done it. Their lives have changed. They have been able to settle a number of things, pay their child or children's school fees, do some other things over the time, and it has become their life. So you see. So play and play as many times. Let's get to the issues now. We've got to share with you, and then we are out. The atmosphere is shaking. There is a shift politically in the atmosphere under the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. There is a shift. It is not easy. Never harbor evil for your friend. Moreover, we are told by God to be our brother's keeper. What that means is help the person out when he or she is in difficult times. You have to identify with him. You don't think because everything is okay with you, so your neighbor doesn't make any sense to you with his problem, because it has an effect. It could have a spillover effect or a reverse effect on you. That means it could come to you So you always try to be your brother's keeper. Pretense in life is bad. You never pretend with people. Pretense is hypocrisy. That is the atmosphere presently at the Liberian Senate. We've been getting report that the atmosphere there is uneasy. The pro tem Yomlikanga Lawrence is worrying right now. She thinks that she has the backing of President Joseph Yumabwaka and other people within the executive, but most of her colleagues are uncomfortable with her. It is making rounds that she has come under fire. 17 senators are reported to be unsatisfied with her handling of the Senate. It is reported that those 17 senators have already carved a resolution to remove her. If this information is true and they are resolute, she is out comfortably. There are a couple of things that need to happen, but not very much. They won't be strong and weighty enough. There are 30 senators in there. Probably a threshold of 21 enough, even 17 enough, but more weighty and convincing with the threshold of 21, more than enough to remove her by due process. Let me share with you some of the reasons why they want her out. One, she wasn't the favorite person by any political ability. No, she wasn't. She wasn't a popular figure amongst those senators that had gathered. Prior to her ascendancy, she played a lean-back posture because she had wanted to go as vice president to Joseph Yumabwaka. That is a public stuff. I have her voice that she blasted Bwaka at the collaborating political parties meetings, the second to the last. She gave a speech of almost 45 minutes. In that speech, she blasted. She stated why it was necessary to have women as vice president. They aren't ready, or they weren't ready at that time she was speaking for the position of president, but that the women in Liberia would settle for vice president position. By that, she was presenting herself as the favorite. Bwaka ignored her, didn't give her any face. None of the Unity Party people saw it fit to persuade Bwaka in opposition then. And during that time also, they had this rigmarole, this up and down with the Liberty Party chairmanship, she claiming the chairmanship, Musa Ability claiming the chairmanship. So she got a bit furious. And when the election or the campaign was getting closer, she decided to play a lean-back posture until a certain group of partisans of Unity Party, given that it was tough, they needed men and women on board because they realized they could not face WIA in any electoral process with boys and girls. So they thought that let's put all our differences aside, bring everybody on board because this is a formidable task. We are going against a man who is strong politically. So Yombly, we beg you, whatever may have happened, please put it aside and come on board. In fact, you are the rescue lady. You are the rescue mother. That's how and when they gave her that title, a rescue mother. So, and they made some concessions to her. One of them, if we win, you will become a pro tem. Sorry if we didn't choose you as vice running mate to the presidential candidate. But here is our word. When we win, should Unity Party win the 2023 elections, you will go as pro tem of the Liberian Senate. Already, you've been in that place for a considerable period. You understand you have an in total of that place. So it wouldn't be a problem we will make sure that you get the pro tem position. When it comes at that level, once there is an understanding, or when the person wins, even prior to, they can make concessions on positions that if we win, you will go to this place. If you can support us and help us to win the election, we'll give you this position, and on and on. That is why almost all the political parties will pray for second round, even though it's hard by our structure, but they will hope for that second round. At the second round, they go in with dozens of endorsements. Those endorsements are based on money and position. So they assure her that she will be the pro tem. And it did happen. Look at the election, how it went in the Senate. Yombli Kanga Lawrence did absolutely nothing extra to ascend to that position, certainly not, but rather by the president's influence through some senators whom I know very well, but their names aren't important, but what they did, how they work. Bezonga Finley would have gone as the pro tem. Bezonga Finley was the only person standing favorably for that position. And the guys will have gone for a male senator or a male pro tem over a female pro tem. But because of the president's influence, and at that time the atmosphere was fresh, joy overfilled everybody. So okay, Yumli, who withdrew in no time that he wasn't contesting. Who? The man I just called. Bezonga Finley, he withdrew. He did not withdraw on ethnicity ground because he and the pro tem from Grand Bassa County. He withdrew with the understanding, step aside, let Yomli Kanga move. We promised her, and it would not look good if she still remains mayor senator. What did Bezonga Finley do? Bezonga Finley came out perfunctorily to say that he was withdrawing. How did Yomli Kanga ascend to that position as pro tem? White ballot. That means no one contested against her. She won uncontested. It is not possible that you got 30 persons over there and none of them will put up a challenge besides Bezonga Finley. Any normal election, you will have at most 2 or 3 persons contesting. That's what an election is. It is not an election where one person is announced winner. Nothing happens. They say white ballot. That white ballot is archaic. In modern time, it does not exist. There must be a context. The world or that country or that community or that institution must know how the person ascended. If everybody withdrawing, refusing to contest, then there is a problem. Then something is happening. So Yombli Kanga Lawrence had no contenders. The man who everybody thought that he needed to stand, and if he has stood, he was going to win Yombli Kanga Lawrence. So she went on white ballot. That's how she ascended. And then what happened? She started to behave or show this political appeasement or this patronage politics that we pay more loyalty, more respect, more honor to the patron, who is the president. Fast forward, her colleagues catalog a number of things, and they will approach it in a responsible way. Know this, between the House of Representatives and the House of Senate, the Senate is more responsive, more intelligent, more refined than the House of Representatives. This is not to say that they do not have intelligent men and women refined men and women in the House of Representatives? No, but their conduct, their way of going about to do things, so lousy, so noisy, they stoop so low, they are subservient by nature. Unlike the Senate, they conduct themselves in a responsible manner. I have known this over the years. Every government that came to power, the Senate had conducted itself by standard of sanity. Not to say that they have not had problems along the way or disagreements on the floor. They have had. It has always been intellectual. You will never see them getting into a fist fight, keeping grudge for each other. No, they will intellectualize the issue. They will go on no person, but stick to the issue. And then at the end of the day, it is resolved, or if it is not resolved, it's left unresolved for another day. That's what I have known of the Liberian Senate under governments in the past and what we are saying now. They take their time to sort out issues. So they've been putting the bits and pieces of dissatisfaction together. Now we are told that they are getting ready to come out to remove her. They have been complaining against her autocratic rule. Remember now, Senators Amara Coney and Edwin Mervyn Snow, they are on record publicly for saying Pro Tem Yomli Kanga Lawrence took the Liberian Senate and placed it on the lap of President Joseph Yuma Boakai. When they use the expression, the Senate is an extension of the executive. That expression means we are here, separate branch of government with distinct function, yet we coordinate, but the pro tem has taken our branch, our independence, our separation, our distinctiveness, and placed it on the lap of President Joseph Yuma Boakai to use it at his will. In essence, we in the Senate, but we don't have relevance. The president does what he wants with his surrogate in the pro tem. They complain. They complain. Now they are coming up gradually. Even though the names are not out yet, we've just sharing with you what we've heard, some of the things that we heard from the corridor of the Liberian Senate, that most of her colleagues are uncomfortable with her and they want her from that position. So let's close. Yeah, let me close on dates. The possibility and impossibility, or the advantage or disadvantages. One of the advantage by her colleagues, they are 30. Unlike the House of Representatives, 73, they are 30 over there. Not many, number not huge. They only need 17, 20, 21. That's the advantage they got. 2, if they remain resolute, if they are not shaking, if they remain unbending in their resolve, with their claims legitimate against her, there is no crack. Because in politics, remember, know this, we've seen it over and over, you can have a block. Once the person knows that that block is enough or strong to take any action, the person will do everything within his or her power to crack that block so that it doesn't stay cohesive. So if truly they want to move her, the second advantage is they need to be cohesive. They need to stay resolute. they set the territory advantage at their disposal. If the claim or the claims they have piled up against her are legitimate, strong, the removal will not be a difficult one or a long one. Fourth, most of the guys there did not please individually. When I say not please, they have pecuniary interest. Some of them want to ascend to that position of Senate Pro Tem. So they will play the game like they have no interest, but concentrate on some of the things that he has done. Within there are some of their colleagues who will see one or two persons as the best suited for that position. And they will hold that name or names to their chest until she's removed. A disadvantage that could keep against the 17 and could keep her on still. One, she has the support. Assume that the guys are truly ready to remove her. She has a backing. She has a support base. The executive. The advantage is she can use the president indirectly to dismantle that group. Let's stay within this first one. Dismantling that group is not going to be easy. Assume that she sought the intervention of her patron, her political patron, Joseph Yeman Boakai, to dismantle that group. If that group is resolved, if the group is unbending, to dismantle that group will be a Herculean task. And here is one of several reasons. The guys over there, the guys are great independent men and women. They are not boys and girls like the House of Representatives that has boys and girls that can stoop for anything, for any crumbs. The guys over there, they are men and women. The likelihood of falling for the executive crumbs so that they don't proceed further with the removal of Yombli Kanga Lawrence will be slim. So she might seek the intervention of a master who allow her to go there. Another advantage that is at her disposal that she might stay on, the women's factor. In this country, once you are a woman, whether you're doing good or you're not doing good, or up to the task, or the fact that you are just that gender, they fall for you with their support. How many of them in that Senate? I don't think that they are 5 or even 3. I think they are just 2. Yes, 2, Botokane and Vapela. So that number is tiny, is infinitesimal. It makes no sense at all. So that factor can hold as advantage in her favor. The third thing is she will move to the one that she shares so much support and understanding with within that block. She has a good relationship with her brother. And then let me see who else. There are other senators over there that she shares good understanding with, and she might seek their intervention so that they discourage their colleagues from going further by saying, okay, these things, we all know that we have this claim against her, they are strong, they are this, but I don't think it would be right. Let us give her another chance and see if she can make any change or change in her behavior, then we can proceed. They will move with that to their colleagues just to make sure that it doesn't go further. So these and many more, because of time, let me stop here. These and many more will work in her favor. The previous will not work in her favor. So she's between the rock and the hard place. She's in an embarrassing position. If the guys will not proceed further, she needs to do the most honorable thing by just making some concessions with them. Okay, you guys have this, you guys brought this against me. I accept, I apologize, I'm going to change your behavior going forward. The Senate going to be this, we're going to be that. It's not going to be, and on and on. Moreover, if she will have the support of the executive, or let me say it this way, one of the reasons she might likely not have the support of the executive, what happened at the legislature, Boaka name is dragging into it, it has affected the government reputationally too. She recently made a statement that did not go down well with Unity Party. I think that statement, the timing was too fast. It was premature. You can only make such a statement close to the election. The government just in almost 2 years. And then she said, going forward, every other agreement with Unity Party on this, on that, hereby cut off. So they understood that to me, okay, this woman now, I think she has ascended by our power. So she thinks that she has enough money now, she has enough power, so she doesn't recognize us any longer. So she's caught in tie. Unity Party could capitalize on that, get her out, and get in a Unity Party pro tem. As a matter of history, she's not a member of Unity Party. She did not leave Liberty Party. No, that's just collaboration, and she cut off that collaboration. So another thing they could look at and say, okay, look, let us not interfere. We've got this situation that embarrassed the country today, that we're in this kind of situation, and there is a looming sanction on some officials of the executive, or what you see the government going through, and everybody blame President Boaka for interfering with the legislature, dismantling the House of Representatives. Let it not be seen as the president moving into the Senate to remove Yombli Kanga Lawrence. Let's leave it and let them dance to their own beat. That'll be another thing. So those are some of the factors, but it is not easy. She has come under fire. Her colleagues are not comfortable with her. Should I opinionate? Yeah? Yes. So if you ask me, do I want this woman out? I will tell you 5 million times yes. And I will give you only one reason. The one reason is hypocrisy by Yombli Kanga Lawrence. Do you know that Yombli Kanga Lawrence, as pro tem of the Liberian Senate, had all of the options available to her to salvage or to rescue that situation at the House of Representatives, but she danced to the financial gallery of Joseph Yeman Boakai and other stuff. She came out pretendingly that the Senate has constituted a mediatory committee to resolve the impasse at the House of Representatives. From that day she made that announcement, what happened? Never, you never heard anything again. That place is the first branch of government. What affects the Senate? It affects the House of Representatives. What affects the House of Representatives? It affects the Senate. That is a one body in there. The two of them are responsible for lawmaking, legislation, whatsoever, oversight, all of them. That's why they concur on issues or on any legislation. So anything that is that has the propensity or any crisis within the Senate, it becomes the House of Representatives' responsibility. There isn't any option there, no lean back posture. Anything in the House of Representatives becomes the responsibility of the Senate. That's why God said in Romans chapter 12, I think it's 12:15, he said, when your brother is sad, be sad with him. When your brother is weeping, weep along with him. When your brother is in crisis, help him out. Don't say because you think that you are not having any crisis in your house and the crisis is on the other side, so you should have anything to do with it. No. Be your brother's keeper. You never ever know what's going to happen. That's what he said in Romans 12. Yeah. That's what he said. You have to be your brother's keeper. Never you be happy. Never. That's what God said. It's just like we're in here. And then something is happening in the studio. Then the people also say, same addresses are the broadcasting. Not our responsibility. No, but that's the same institution. Anything happens there, it affects the institution. Yomli Kanga, from that day she made the announcement. What happened? She never ever showed the leadership again for any intervention. Bwaka was moving. The speaker was called in. He was threatened. He was intimidated. The speaker continued to go to court. All of those things, she saw it happening. They remained speechless in that place. Who needed to have taken on that responsibility? Yomli Kanga Lawrence. But because her political master had initiated everything, and she didn't want to create a sour relationship between she and Joe Bwaka, so she left it, say hands off. Had she intervened, had she stood her ground, let's assume that Fonati Kofa is still the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and he is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, still the Speaker. Let's assume that we don't have this crisis at the House of Representatives, and we have the crisis of removing Yomli Kanga Lawrence by some kind of influence. Will you think Speaker Fonati Kofa would sit as the presiding officer of the House of Representatives and see the crisis going on in the House of Representatives and will make no intervention? He will know that it is imperative to make intervention, and he will move from a leadership perspective to save that situation. He will do everything to salvage the crisis over there, because that's the same branch of government. That's the same first branch of government. But Yomli Kanga Lawrence sat down, enjoying the money, enjoying all of the things that go with a pro tem, the long convoy, the bodyguard, the lash office, the money. So she sat down. It is based on that I want her to move from there. Let her go and sit down in her very seat that she was sitting down in, and know that when your brother is in problem and you are at the head, you have the responsibility. It is not an option. It is not a privilege. It is not an opportunity, but an obligation for you to move in. She did not show the leadership, and you see what is happening at the House of Representatives. Today, it is affecting the country. Today, it is affecting Liberia. Let her go. I hope that those guys can remain resolute. It is the only reason I want her to get out. He did not show leadership. She showed that weakling posture. You know what a leader is? That is a separate branch of government. You there for 9 years. Boaka can take you from there unilaterally. Boaka can do anything to you. Show that leadership. Even if there's an interference, you look in your face and say, Mr. President, this is the first branch of government. As much as we supported you and you gave us your support, we can allow this to happen. These are our colleagues. Whatever the claims that they brought against him, let due process be given. That is the essence of anything the whole world, Mr. President, let it be. Chief Justice, you should have ended. In fact, Chief Justice, why that issue is pending, we expect that you will render a definitive position to salvage this situation or to save this crisis. Have you only taking that position? Listen, you only leave her time over. The people re-elect her, they'll make her pro tem again. Those are the things that the people look at and say, yes. The people not comfortable, they don't cheer you up because you're in long convoy. They're calling you to programs here and there to deliver speeches. But how you can face reality, how you can stand up to difficult situations, how you can look in people's face and say, this is wrong, we can proceed with this, it will have this damning effect on our institution. She refused. She just gave that perfunctory announcement. The Senate has constituted a committee to intervene in the impasse at the House of Representatives, the committee is headed by Senator Yombly, Senator Besson Finley, and this person. That were all. Look what happened to the extent that the speaker, the people say the speaker burned the place with the acquiescence or with the support of his colleagues. And they direct everything at CDC lawmakers. Take the party off it. But those lawmakers, they are lawmakers. You show no concern. You're moving around. They're taking the people to court. They're calling them as persons of interest. They're damaging they desecrating your sanctity. They took officers on the ground. They beat lawmakers. You said nothing about it. You did not even condemn the police action because your master is the mastermind. That is the reason I want Yombly Kanga Lawrence to be removed. I hope those senators will be strong enough that they will not give into the few dollars because there where it will start to play from, so that block does not hold. We don't want any minority or majority block over there. There are 30 senators. It's very easy to remove her. She is not a leader. She is a weakling. You take her from there. You put a male there. No woman. Sorry to say. Sorry, I beg you. I know that some of you will get uncomfortable with me. Some of you will say some things. Yes, please go ahead. Accept my own professionalism and bias. But I can see why people would not want women to go into certain position. Yombly Kanga Lawrence has not shown leadership. That was a litmus test for Yombly Kanga Lawrence. If she was in another building, like the judiciary, some kind of way will say, oh yeah, but you're in the same building. You pro tem. The man as speaker. The man comes on a fire. The man is drowning. He's been suffocated. Can't you move in with your life-saving jacket and say, this is my colleague? He is the Speaker of the House of Representatives. I am the pro tem. We are co-equals. I cannot allow this to happen to my colleague. Look, it is very likely that today is Speaker Kofa. Tomorrow it might be me. She wasn't thinking that way. She was bathing in the thousands and thousands of dollars and riding long convoy, all kinds of stuff. You take that woman up. Let her go back and sit down and look for somebody to waste hot water on. because that record is there. She did not show leadership. Madam, sorry. You have been good in this place. You have not had a character, a damning character. I know that very well. So I can't say anything other than what I'm saying. You did not show leadership at all. You gave the edge to Bwaka. You suffered your colleagues. Today, look at the House of Representatives. Have you stood your ground? You know what it would have meant? All of the women in this country and all around the world, they're going to bless you, going to bless you. You're going to have so much blessing. You're going to say, yes. Truly, we have woman leader in this country. And you say what men can do, woman can do. Men can stand up to their friend men. You see what Fonati Kofa doing? Fonati Kofa is standing up in the face of Joseph Yuma Bwaka. So if you say what men can do, woman can do, the woman can let the woman show whoever that was influencing that thing, her colleagues in the House of Representatives, they said this is wrong. We can't proceed with this. You sat down there, the people desecrated, the people went to the place, they beat your colleagues. You're driving in your luxurious cars, going for retreat, while your colleagues were beating some of them in hospitals. You try, if you ain't move her, fine. Then she will stay on. It will be a lesson for her. But if you guys are resolved, you move her, let her go sit down. The next time she has some kind of responsibility, she will learn sense and she will not play a lean back posture. That's the only reason I want her out. The first test as the pro team, we got 4 years ahead of us. No one knows the future. You know what's going to happen? Difficult days ahead, difficult times ahead. There are things that will fall on your lap as this pro tem of the Liberian Senate. And that's how you will handle it. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. We're giving out 10,000 today. We're giving out 10,000 Liberian dollars. 10,000 Liberian dollars we are giving out. Start playing dial star 799 star 100 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 in this terrible, crazy economy under Joseph Yoman Boakai. Get your 10,000. Please, we are giving you 10,000. You want to take it. Just put in your 200 and coming to us. It's how you get it. That's the medium by which you get it, that's all. We're getting nothing in return. You're getting all. We're just concerned about your livelihood. So you put in 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, dial star 799 star 100 hatch and play with only just wait for your money, your account. That's all you need to do. Dial star 799 star 100 hatch, play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. So that we'll be doing it. For that, let's move on to the next pointer, and then we turn to you to have your say. The president will on yesterday issued executive orders 142, 143, 144. He gone down in history as the first president in Liberia to deliver or release executive orders, 3 executive orders in one day. 3 executive orders in one day. So one of them is on guns. Guns. One of them. Yeah. Besides the beach and waterway, yeah, guns. They call it firearms. registration of it. Yeah. It says, in an effort, listen to it, let me just read it. In an effort to strengthen national security and public safety, President Joseph Yoma Boakai Sr. has issued executive order. Remember now, executive order is the same as what it was yesterday, called decree. Decree. That means when this goes out, you can't make any change to it. You can withdraw it. That is why before the head issues executive order, it is looked at carefully. All of the factors are brought on the table. It is well researched, analyzed. The ramifications or implications, all of those things are discussed. Because when that executive order or decree goes out, you can't come and say, oh, the president said this one, and sorry, it was an oversight. Or no. That's why they say executive order. It is the same as a decree. Has issued executive order 141 mandating the registration of all firearms in civilian possession. All firearms, mandating the registration of all firearms in civilian possession. That means you holding it, you get it. This order comes in response to the growing national security threats posed by illicit arms, the reason now, including military-style weapons, which have contributed to rising incidents of armed violence, including armed robberies and other criminal activities. The proliferation of unregulated small arms poses significant risks to Liberia's peace, security, and economic development. Under Executive Order 141, all individuals in possession of military-style weapons and single-barrel guns must register and obtain a permit and license from the Liberian National Commission on Small Arms and the Liberian National Police within a 12-month period from the effective date of this order. So to put this in context, listen to the president. The president has created confusion. The president has added a fire to the already blazing fire. The president has given approval to the lawlessness, robberies, killings, and every other thing. Before you reach at this, you must have done a very comprehensive research. Besides having the Commission on Small Arms, must have conducted a survey to know the magnitude or the number of arms, registered arms, unregistered, and to give approval is to put Liberia in a gun-toting society. Countries around the world that have strong laws and systems, they stay battling this. Countries where arms are being produced, they stay battling it. Unregulated arms. Regulated arms. You hear of shooting in this place, indiscriminate killing, and on and on. Some of those guns are registered. We hear on the news, so they're telling us that the guns were purchased from this side. Listen, having the arm register is not any discouragement that nothing going to happen. Given our society that is so loose, disorganized, these reasons given by Mr. President is just an approval for more violent act in our country. I've been wondering what led the president to issue such decree. Whether he and his security officials took into consideration the implication before approving a gun-toting society. Because that, in my opinion, that's what it is. Now listen to the president. Let's go back again. Listen to these reasons he cited. I think his security advisors did not do well. They have placed this country into a situation that terrible things with the already scary situations. We have threats all over the place. It's going to increase. Listen to the president reasons that this order comes in response to the growing national security threats posed by illicit arms. Have we not? We have had it all. We have it all over the place, everywhere. Well, people been doing it. They've been using it rather, including military-style weapons, which have contributed to the rising incidents of armed violence, including armed robberies and other criminal activities. So you go now, you register your arm. First thing is, it exposes the country that yes, this country has arms all over the place. People are in possession of guns that they should not be in possession of. Two, that some of these things that the people have been hearing, deaths, shootout, right, from people who have guns. That's what everybody will get to know now. Okay? So when you register the gun now, registering gun is just for the government to know. The main thing there is self-defense. That's the main thing. Because when you have gun, you don't have it, you're not going on war from. You're not military person. You're not paramilitary person. A civilian being in possession of gun is for self-defense, nothing else. When something is happening, when the country faces potential crisis that will involve military intervention, gun intervention, they're not going to call you. So the possession of having guns is for self-defense. Given how our society is so deadly, so wicked individually, with the arms being registered, the excuse will save the person. People will take those arms, target people, girlfriend, boyfriend will kill girlfriend, husband will kill wife. Other people will move into place. People who did something to them and they have grudge, they will use that. And what reason they will give? They will lie that I came under attack, so I have to go in self-defense. The gun register already, whatever the mentals, the security people, they accept. The argument will not be on where did you get the gun. The argument will not be on that this person possesses illegal weapon any longer. The argument now will be I came under attack. Therefore, I have to retaliate. And the law, the security people will say, okay, yes. So you're going to see that. You know why former President Salih was very skeptical? Some of these things came out. Ellen, just look at our society. When that was proposed to her, she looked at the society carefully. Then she said, yo, wait, I beg you. Let me send it to the experts here in Liberia and out of Liberia. Let them look at it good and then get back to me. When the proposal came back, what they submitted to Ellen was not still satisfied. She said, hold on here. I believe Ellen was looking at this kind of situation. Who advised Mr. President? They have to look at it real careful. What's going to happen? You're going to see, we're going to hear of more robbery. People coming in, quote unquote, self-defense. People will use that to attack people. They will gun down people that they have something or something they have against them. A man who suspects that somebody is having an affair with his girlfriend or his wife, he will find a time, create a situation to get raped. At the end of the day, the man will lie, say he came on an attack and he had to defend himself. You'll find all of these things. And we in this country, you will hear it. Another thing is the president has placed the security people in an embarrassing position. He makes the work difficult. Y'all will see it. Y'all will come back on the same air and say, Sam Andrews, you said it against. What really? How? All of these things, not really. This thing been happening. The security people have been trying to clamp down on some of these things. Now you're telling the people to register. So you know that these people have weapons. Why you didn't act in a way that it will not be that kind of mandatory but persuasive? That this is a situation, those in possession of the gun, secretly, please take it to this place. Our society is like this. We're trying to do that. So some people quietly, without their identity being known, they will just put the gun there. Other countries did it. And that's how they were able to clear most of the small arms around with nobody identity known. I go to the place. I have not, the government, the other people, you know that I get weapon. Then the government say you're registered. Then the boss see Sam Andrews going to the appropriate authority to register an arm. Say, oh, so the mayor been having gun. Oh, then the mayor going to register gun. You know what's going to happen? The next thing is psychologically, it's going to create that fear factor in the people who are around his neighbor. Once they know that, oh yes, the man went, the man register. And those of you who putting that thing on Facebook, you stop. You think it is a joy or something. It is not a merry-making thing. You're putting it on Facebook. I register my arm. The registration went well. You know what you're doing? You're creating a psychological problem for your neighbors. They will be afraid of you. They will keep their distance because they know that you are armed and you can use that gun to do anything at any time. Even in your very house, your wife and other people, they will be skeptical. They will be afraid. Moreover, you might, because we are humans, we're subject to natural laws. Only God isn't subject to natural laws. Some kind of way you might forget. And one of your children in the house might just take that gun and suppose it for a play gun. And then something might happen. You might just forget and just leave it somewhere or just put it under the pillow. And you forget. They might be cleaning the house and come across it. And they might take it to be a play gun and they just release. And then that's the end. Somebody on the ground. When your neighbor know, your neighbors, they get to know that you have gun and you went and register it and you are in possession of that gun with the government approval, they will be afraid of you. But Chief, I Sam Andrew said, yeah, I have not known my neighbor to be having gun. Then I hear the neighbor goes and register the gun. You think I will be frequenting that neighbor? You think I will be going around that neighbor all of the time? I will keep my distance. Even if we're lecturing and that neighbor comes in that gathering, I will find a way to get out. Because I know psychologically when the conversation is going to a certain place, anything can happen, emotion can evolve, and then you can never tell. Because in this country, when people have gone, we have seen it. I have seen it a couple of times. Once that person have gone, the people can boast of it. The next thing the man take out a gun, I will fire. We have seen that. So I keep my distance. That what's going to happen. Those of you who put in it on Facebook, this country is so, what kind of country is it? Everything they should showcase on Facebook. People didn't know you to be having gun. Then they hear you've gone to register your gun. You know what I mean? They will be afraid. Let's assume that you are, let me cite some examples. You are an instructor. Your students have never known you to be in possession or anything like that. Then they come and hear that you went and register it. You're boasting, you go to class, it plays on them psychologically. They'll be afraid. Even if there is a problem to confront you, or when they must have said something to you, and they see that your face is what we're calling like a friend up, or you don't want to talk to that person, the next thing, they will start finding a way to leave that class or to leave that school. And even when they see you out, they are afraid. because they know that you are a gun-carrying person. If something happens, you might likely. Ellen looked at all of these things, and the people prevailed on Ellen here. And at that time, Ellen say, you look at it. You bring experts from OSA together with our people here. You look at it good. But for me, I see it timely to allow. That time I think it was the police, Yeah, it was the police. They said, get a police gun. Ellen say, I know this society here. So that thing that Bwaka can do, the same government, the same police people too, they will capitalize on it. They will lie on people. They will go and do things close to that area and say this person. And once that man get gone, we know how the people can lie here, man, how the people can concoct things. Okay. So that will be doing it. Let's see how it goes. Maybe the president and his people, they took all of those into considerations, but the excuse or excuse giving are not convincing in that executive order. You go there and look at it, it's not convincing at all. It's 10,000 we're giving you. Continue to play as many times as you can. Dial star 799 star 100 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then you have your 10,000 Liberian dollars in your account. It's midweek now. You need money. We're in a bad economy. We are gradually approaching drought farming. If you know what drought is, what farming is, we're already inside. You say, oh, but we're getting food to eat. We can move around. We're getting water. No. I'm not kind of drought I'm talking about economic drought. It's difficult right now. People have started increasing business. They have started increasing their prices. It's difficult to get things working. And every other place is hard. It's terrible. The finance minister told us that it's going to get even tougher. So we should brace ourselves. But in the midst of it all, we are giving you 10,000 Liberian dollars. So you take that 10,000 there, you can be managing 2,000 some way to solve some problem. Then you get money in a housekeeping. Just in case there's emergency, you have something. That's why we say just use that 2,000 to get 10,000. That 200 Liberian dollars, they're not coming to us. That's what you're using to get 10,000. So when you get a 10,000, you will think that you have used 10,000, so you're receiving 8,000 plus. No, that is seeing 10,000 going back to you. You're only using that 200 or $1.50 to get the money, the 10,000. Dial star 799 star 100 hatch, and then you have your 10,000. Play as many times as you can. I'm going to be begging you at the time we're in now. The economy, how? This time the economy gone 50 feet in the septic tank. I don't know whether it will ever come up. The finance minister say Liberia problem is Gangantuan. Say you must be praying. You pray. When you know what I mean, when the finance minister say you pray, it means no hope in sight. So that just go now. Then we're giving you in the midst of economic crisis. We're giving you 10,000. You will not run for it. Let anybody give me that opportunity and see. 10,000. Just take your 10,000 with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Dial star 799 star 100 hash and win your money. Let's go now. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97 0777 98 03 75 at the numbers to have your say. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah, there's the brother. Samuel start joining you for the big specific in Zimbabwe.
Let's hear you quick.
You know, Sam Andrew, thank you for your talking point. You know, Sam Andrew, today we have nobody in that standing that can stand for a cause. Sam Andrew. Because I myself, the Bible says in Romans 12:15, the Bible says you should weep with those who weep.
Yeah.
And you rejoice with those who rejoice. But
exactly.
Lord should decide to dance with Joseph. She decided to dance with the book another president. So she betrayed her president in the struggle. That woman is evil. As for me, I want both of it. For people to have both of no confidence in her, but who will stand for us?
Thank you, Sabu Rasa. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're right. She betrayed Fonati Kofa from a leadership perspective. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is David King, and I do join you from yesterday.
Let's hear you, Mr. King.
Yeah, I think Madam Kanga Lawrence, her reign has ended.
King. Hold on. Did you register your weapon?
I haven't owned a weapon.
You get one way. You get that.
I think I was trying to acquire one because what I already said to us.
You will get one. You get one. Hold on, Chief. David, hold on. Don't worry. I'm controlling you, so don't worry about the time. Did you say you will get one?
Yeah, I'll get one.
But we don't have a gun selling store. We don't have stores that guns are being sold. We don't have any. So how are you going to get it?
There is a business venture that is coming out where Gregory and that of Kofi Jones and Samuel Kofi Who's rather and other people have put together to open a gun store. So they carried the executive order to give it to the president to sign it into law.
Okay.
That's the information we're getting. They're trying to open a gun store. So we'll be going there. I think we will be the first people to purchase a gun from that store when it is open anytime soon.
Let's hear you for what you call.
Yeah. So Nyobli, the issue of Nyobli, I think the people have a power to say the falling of the dry leaf is a warning to the fresh one. So when you saw Funanti going down, she deliberately went against Funanti. She couldn't stand her ground and said, no, what you got doing over there is not fair. We're closing the Senate because the House of Representatives can't have a quorum. So once they cannot have a quorum according to our law, after 2 weeks, there's no quorum. We have the right to shut down. That's it. But she kept running the Senate. And she
she concurred. She gave a full approval of everything the majority bloc was doing. That they were going to start working with the majority bloc.
Exactly. So we have seen to our guys from the CDC who are senators in the House there, if they are not part of the 17 men, they should try to amend the strength so that nobody can go. I mean, it's just fair because she endorsed it already.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Have a nice Wednesday. Hello.
Mr. Andrew, how you doing?
Yeah, cut off your radio or lower it.
I don't know. Well, this is Austin. I'll call you from District 13.
You got your gun registered?
Andrew, what do I do with arm at this time? Even if I have it, what I would tell me before I go register arm. It is very shameful for a leader to invite chaos in our country.
Okay, let's hear you from which you call.
So, for the topic on the discussion at the upper hotel, you know, is that nobody is not hearing the saying that say when your friend falls on fire, help to get it off. But she stood aside and supported gas. Now it has reached us. But my question is, will these guys at the upper house will prove their adolescence to stand their ground and remove them because of orthodox behavior? That's my question, and it is my fear also that they may not because of bitterness. Money will come in. But if they think they are for the people and they are the elders of the land, it will not take them no time to get that woman off from there. And she will go back to her seat and sit and listen as an ordinary lawmaker and see the performance of an experienced person that will lead the upper house to the better days.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Let's get to the women. Hello?
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Let's hear you. Your name. And
Mr. Andrew, I want to talk on the arm business.
Yeah. What is your name?
My name is Martha calling from District 17.
So you got your gun and you have it registered?
What are you doing with gun, Mr. Andrew? I don't have anything to do with gun. The problem here, Mr. Andrew, they gun business where the people talking. They want for gun to be in their hand, more especially their United Party people for 2029. You saw what happened to Lofa? Nothing come from out of it. So our business they brought a gun business. There are people with buy they gun from the election 2029. Then when anything happen, they will start carrying the sedition. So the one business they brought it soon. That they are playing. The one business they brought it. That one just about issue the order soon. That's what you doing it for, and we know about it.
All right. Thank you. Let me bring on your sister. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you call from?
I'm calling
Cut off your radio. Cut off your radio.
Yeah, off the radio.
Let's go.
The upper part. You know, when you show your 5 finger to somebody, you will come back in till you go to the person. You know, because I was taking it to be sweet, but I did not turn. I hear I came from voice and la Georgiana, 1, 3 o'clock. I said, yes, the house will be. To the company, see, you were so scared. In the heart, he said, no, we should not go there again. You know, happy in our regime. Don't forget about it.
Okay.
Then it can't together one.
All right. Thank you.
Sure about the gun. Me, and I used to get time for that thing. Because my son know about gun. My son know about gun. If Joey I will know about gun, I will know about gun. But my son are pay for me.
Thank you.
I drink. They care for the like that. They can't put in business. Now they will put it back house and will destroy it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this one in that Senator Prince Moy, according to the information, has denied his involvement with the removal plot of Yomlikanga Lawrence. He chairs the Senate Committee on Ways, Means, and Finance and will move to dismiss the rumors regarding a plot to remove Yomlikanga Lawrence. He is quoted as saying that it's not true. This statement counters claims that a faction of senators is attempting to unseat the Grand Bassa County senator from her position. Hello. You are on the air, Chief. Let's hear you quick. Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Yeah, so the people didn't get selling weapons.
You register your gun? Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you call from?
My name is Moses Nimla, and I'm calling from Grand Bassa County District.
Let's hear you from Grand Bassa.
Oh, my brother, the truth is what happened human being in Grand Bassa County now, or the impeachment or Senator Lawrence.
Oh, that your country woman.
I'm a crew member from Riverside. I hear from Riverside, but I just based in Pasco.
Oh, I thought you Baza man.
No. You see, when the rumor was started with the arrival of the impeachment of people, all of people from the Liberty Party and the Unity Party, they were happy for it. So which decision for me, I hear that not also have brought it out. So I'm happy, and I wish for that to happen.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice midweek. Hello. Yeah.
This is Rose Datu calling from Front Street. Brother Sam, I've been seeing the thing here. The old mayor brought so rebel to town.
You get gun? You get gun because you have to register your gun. You have gun?
I know that.
I'm asking you, you have gun that you need to register?
So no, I get money, I'll buy one gun from police officer. We call it government here. So you get money, you can buy anything.
You will buy the gun and give it to police officer?
No, I will buy it from police officer.
To do what now? To do what?
Oh, they government here, you show money, they get sacco. So I will just go as an officer and get small deal. Get money here, give me the gun here. When I show you where I do this with you, because we can't go protest for them to kill on, and the reason why the all cargo paper talking say everybody will get gun, so we're killing each other.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Evening, sir, Andrew.
Yes. Let's hear you.
This is my sister calling from Cloudtown, Lily.
Did you register your gun?
I'm going to get back already in your home. I will say yes or no.
Well, you won't get gun.
What can I go? I said, I'm going to say you get back already to eat at your home. That was they said, no, about one for already to eat here. I said, looking for it.
President say people must register their gun.
Yeah, the people that can get power to buy the gun, okay, us. In that bad, a good thing. They put he get power to us, when they will buy the gun. You know what I'm saying? It don't go ahead. It's a nobly issue, my brother, it's a nobly issue. Look, 100% go message. They're party again, minute. They're party again, minute. Look, they say when you're fighting classes, you must intervene. Don't say that, and you're not seeing it being blind, not to it. It's a kind of nobly issue, my brother. I will say 100 times. I agree. Yeah, the post change so move out more for God. She get leadership ability. She is wicked, evil. Let them move on for them. What comes around goes around. My brother said, Andrew.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Sisi. Have a nice week, midweek. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. You're lying. You're lying. You have to change your location. Yeah, not too clear. I think you're in the midst of many voices that overshadowing yours. You want to move. You want to move from in the crowded area. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Let's hear you. Your name and where you call from.
Peter Derrick Castle. I call from another street like Lower Johnsonville. Thank you very much for the fascinating discussion this afternoon. Mr. Sam Andrew, the issue related to Honorable Young Kanga, I think it's a long it's a done deal because the process started from above and it's coming down to her. You know, the game plan is that have a united party speaker and have a united party and a president pro tem. So, and Prince Moyi will be the next and the president pro tem of the Senate after Yomri Kanga is being removed. How she is going to be removed? The same process that they use, the illegal process they use to remove J. Fanatico, they are going to use the same method to remove Yomri Kanga. So
you think they
is coming in as the next president pro tem.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You register your gun?
I do not even, I don't have no gun yet since I was born, but the way Joseph Walker is saying that we should have gun, I think I'll have to, the Porsches want to have it in my possession because it means that there are so many things that will be happening here, everybody needs protection. So our Porsches
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Your name and where you call from?
This is Ruby Kane. And
let's hear you, Kane.
You see, let me appreciate you, my brother. This is something we said months ago that this issue of removing Honorable Funati Kofa, there is a new era of revolution. A revolution that will go from the representative to the senator, it will end with the presidency. And it is exactly going. What's all we saw coming. Watch the game. Those guys, it's a click and that click because they want to see to it that no matter what may, you will see to it that Yombri Canal will be removed as they have started 17 against 13 as we are hearing. Then the next thing, because we're going to achieve that, you will see that they will be coming out telling you and myself, oh, my Boka is stable. They will tell all that. Because those men, their weapon, let me tell you, let nobody underestimate or Vice President Kuhn. He have the money. He's a long-time businessman. He will do anything he can to achieve a goal. The issue of the gun. You see, I just compared the statement when former President William said, be your own security. Place a CCTV to your house. The same ruling establishment now, then opposition, they went against it. It was the worst statement. Now they're going to issue. They are not telling all the borders to that they just open the border.
Okay.
To go to Salado and another part of the area so that we can get going. They register it. That's what the statement every year myself. Because meaning the country is not safe.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Hello. One from the male and then the female, and then we move to something else. Hello.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Let me Robert. I'm Robert Political Slaughter Bemobe. I call you this evening for the Congress of the Incorrect. You know, I'm disappointed. And now let's disappointed, but I'm frustrated. All of a broadcast today, all of former escort D, Kumara, Integral, our secretary, not in charge of the security of our state. Government is not in charge. The government is setting up that we should buy firearms. We cannot firearms because the rest of it. I don't think Paula is in charge. I don't think government is in charge. Even though you're not voting the
No, hold on, Chief. Hold on, my man. Hello.
Security setup. Security should be security for the state. As far as that all recently, when it's fiscal arm, we don't know how to do it. Criminal or state.
No, wait now, my man.
Hello.
Yeah, just wait now. Take your time now, my man. Chief, you just running water running down the hill. You can listen. Here is it. The statement did not say buy arms. The president's office statement said civilian in possession of firearms. And say go buy arms. And that's what the statement say. Read the statement carefully if you have it. Go on the executive mansion website. It there. It says civilian in possession. That means if you get it, then you bring it outside from under your pillow or under your bed or in your cover. You go to the government and say, I've been having this arm, and they will run you through as per their security operation, and then they have it registered, then you can go back. So that means you get it with the government in the know of it, the government aware. That's what I mean. But I ain't say you must go back. The last one from the women. Hello.
Yeah, how are you, St. Andrew?
Hey, but Chief, that women's line, yeah. Oh. No, sorry, Nana. The 0777803. That the women in line. Hello.
Hello, St. Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Ibrahim.
You went off. Thank you. Thank you all so much for spicing the first lap of the show, Real Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews. Today is Wednesday, the 26th day of February 2025. The year is gradually going to an end. All right. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. It's 10,000. 10,000 in Boaca high economy. Hard and not easy, difficult, bad off. But in the midst of it all, there is hope. That hope is we are giving you 10,000. 10K, 10G. The guys provoke you with taking 35,000, 40,000, 45,000. You can't even, they can't even buy you surgery. They won't know about you. As far as they concern, you finish voting there. So you're nothing. You're nobody. They don't care for you. But we're showing concern for you by giving you 10,000. This is how you take the 10,000. Put in $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. Then you dial *799 *100 hash. That's all. And then your 10,000 is in your account. This break, when we come back, we on the second and final lap of the show.
They say they want new press, so we gave them the new press, so all the fake guys say they don't pay. They say they want new press, so we gave them the new press, so all the fake guys say they don't go. 07 not taking pay. They stepping yours every day. We not talk every day, but say they won't go killing us every day. Now who come and save us now? Now who come and save us now? Corruption killing us every day. Making everybody faces to front. They say they want new press, so we give them the new press, so all the people in your way. They say they want new press, so we give them the new press, so all the people in your job. Plenty people name for 40, one man taking 45K. No system, no rules in place, so corruption shall be. Hunger killing us, the hunger killing us, the hunger killing us, hunger killing us. They say they want new press, so we give them the new press, so all the people in your way. They say they want new press, so we gave them the new press, so all the people in your job. 7 not taking pay. They step in your house every day. We not talk every day, but say they won't go killing us every day. Like who come and save us now? Like who come and save us now? Corruption killing us every day. Making everybody faces to front. They say they want new press, so we give them the new press, so all the people in your way. They say they want new press, so we give them the new press, so all the people in your job. Plenty people name for 40, one man taking 45K. No system, no rules in place, so corruption shall be. Hunger killing us, the hunger killing us, the hunger killing us, hunger killing us.
But guess what? Then people come and pay. Oh, we didn't pay with me then. The son our men and he get a room. Also, that petition is like, what's that to you? Not eating on us. We didn't buy this yesterday. Not eating on motorcycle in a bar. For money, every day.
Mr. Rescue. Oh, I just want to ask you one question. Now, will you get the rescue? Oh, you're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you get the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people that not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, now why you tell us yourself? You even claim to even be the hero from your experience. So why you tell us yourself? So what the rest person not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can go. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping for the picking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people put you for treating the people. I have to tell you got no love. Oh, I never want to ask you one question. Now who you think the rescue? Oh, you're not giving the people what they want. And you say you came the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people that not like you. You say you was going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team, but we not seeing changes. Today the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party they can come. You dance dancing, wish hunting. Now when they tap on it, I give people suffering. You dance dancing, you wish hunting. Now when they tap on it, I give people suffering. Tell me who you really in your rescue now. You and your rescue team. Oh, it's a rescue. Oh, I just want to ask you one question. Now who you in the rescue? Oh, you're not giving the people what they want. And you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people that not like everything we see. Yama, 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 I want to ask you one question. Who you think the best? Oh, You are giving the people what they want, and you say you bring the rescue. Let me ask you, there's a rescue the people that not like you.
They came to rescue themselves, and corruption overwhelmingly rescued them. You're listening to Real Talk. You're watching Real Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews. LIB. Hey, this country, this government. Amen. Amen. Why the people would do this kind of thing, man? Bwaka has never since his ascendancy to the presidency embarked on anything major, nothing significantly tangible for the people to see and say yes. The rescue government has done this structure. Nothing. Look what the people do to Bwaka. They reduce Bwaka to near nothingness. Amen. You can do that. But the man himself doesn't have ego. Can you imagine Pom? That Pom they carry the man way Bakpolu to go dedicate. They had him going on around here dedicating, charging boot. Before them, when he came to the president, said they carry him so they went. Amen. This thing, where Bakpolu to go dedicate him pump. That president in here, they want that more Ali there. You go there. That one account of me, ask them Andrews that sitting here. I will designate somebody. There are certain things, not that you can do it, but it is not for you to stoop so low. Giving the magnitude of it or giving the little significance. You send one of the deputies or LWSC man and Public Works man. That hemp palm they carry Bwaka in Bakpolu County, Amaracone County to go dedicate. And you're seeing it? Yeah. The children drawing water. So the president there, that thing here, that major project here, that significant project here, they think that community initiative, that the community chairman or the superintendent, along with Mo Ali, LWSC boss, even Mo Ali said, you can designate the deputy. Yeah. That thing they carry Bwaka in Bakpolu to go dedicate hand pump, drawing water. Community pump. My man, when nothing will be done, you tell the president to say that. Say, Mr. President, just say that and rest yourself. You don't be overusing. Our president is not in a good bill of health. Not everywhere you carry the man. You allow the man to sit down. Let the man rest. You overuse the man. Yes, something happened at him pump again. But people, you look at this thing here. That thing here, it kind of means Sam Andrews. I will designate somebody to go there. Look at the thing. That hand pump you carry the man way in Bakpolu County to go dedicate. Then they put it on the executive mansion website and say this morning President Bwaka will be leaving for Bakpolu to go and dedicate. They you know how they say it? They presented it like something a large institution that he going to. Only to go dedicate a hand pump. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That all. That you will Bwaka said, that's serious. Ain't serious. You bring this thing before me as head and look at it. We'll call one of the GM men or say, Mo Ali, you responsible for that sector, you're going and dedicate it. Because the thing here, it's too petty for a president. You know what I mean when a president going to dedicate something? The whole nation. Before they can even see it in the mind that is very significant. That's why the president is moving there. The president don't just go to dedicate. When it is known that the president is going to dedicate this, They know that it's of vital importance, something very significant. But you go do community water initiative. Anyway, nothing the presidency, nothing there, nothing much. I didn't read your comments before going to the break. Let me read your comments, then we talk these things, and then we are out. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. That 10K. That 10K we're giving you. You only want a 10K in Boaka economy, then that 8L. Because we are in the tribulation period. The tribulation period, when you don't take advantage of the opportunity, you will starve. So we're giving you 10,000 so that you can starve. We're in a drought, farming economy. In the midst of such difficult time, we're still giving you money, 10,000. We say pour in you $200 or $1.50 US to take it. You dial *799*100#. That's all. So do it. Play as you can, and know that your 10,000 is coming to you. Franklin Blair Jr. said, the dull government every day. I think you meant to say every day in Liberia. We're seeing now. Otaka Kahu says, Boakai's recklessness, uselessness, and criminality are showing day by day. Matthew Choloplay said, when President Weah said everyone else should buy CCTV camera, some so-called educated fools were saying President Weah stupid. He doesn't know how to run the country. But this criminal Boakai is saying citizens should buy guns. Didi said, I heard ECOWAS rejected Representative Cohn. No, I didn't talk about that. I might before the close of the show. Pastor Isaac H. Johnson said, we are said CCTV. You said he was bad. Now we are told to register guns. Philip Nangwe said, the Pape is a demon. The devil wants more blood to spill in the nation. Emmanuel Bro says, I stand with the Liberian Senate on whatever decision they want to take or may take against Pro Tem Yomli Kanga Lawrence, whether her removal or not. In my view, she deserves it. Philip Nangbe on the Senate report says, what goes around comes right back around. And Pastor Isaac on this from the Senate, a report from the Senate that 17 lawmaker senators won her out. Pastor Isaac H. Johnson commenting on this one, he said, Yeke said it. Yes, that's true. Yeke hinted that plans were on our way to get rid of Yombly. Yeah, that's true. Clady Allison said, Joseph Yuma Boakai, the lawless president. Okay. Akuda Williams, yes. Good to have you on. Okay. So these are the comments. So let's go now to the other issues as we get out. Continue to play the King's Cash giveaway. It is 10,000. We're giving you 10,000. Collect your 10,000. You know, easy right now. Dial *799*100#. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then you can have your 10,000. So last week, yeah, okay. Let's go this way. We'll talk that one at the close. Let's go this way.
We are appealing to the president. Whether we voted for the president or not, we are on our knees. It is the only source of income we have as young people. We need to ask them what about million or be out of school. If they ask them back, we will be losing our families. And so we are appealing to the president. The police are not willing to listen to us. If they'll be the call for us to bow down to the president, hold his feet, and bear him as a father to this nation. Because things are tough, not job. It is motorcycle that people are depending on. And so we are appealing, but we are on our knees, Mr. President. Please see reason to reconsider your decision. Things are tough. It is not easy. Things are very tough. It is not easy. Please, Mr. President, please reconsider us. Please, we are your children. Please. We just pay more than $200 just to register a single motorbike. The same government, this government announced that they collected the highest number of revenue ever in the history of Liberia because of our involvement, we're complying, we're paying our taxes. So if they can announce that because we pay our taxes, so they make more money, are you not thinking about some of the positive things that we do? So one instant you just consider everybody, you just want to borrow everybody and say, you will not get food anymore to eat. We are appealing to the government. Look, whether we like it or not, there is our president. President Baga belongs to everyone. He's a president for the entire country. He's not only a president for the United Party. What our friends did, we met them one-on-one and we engaged them. Do you know how many young people? Because this is about livelihood. It's not just about, oh, that regulate the people. How do you go regulate somebody take food from the table? 100 men to 100 men.
So dozens of these motorcyclists, or I can say in their hundreds, were this morning marched towards the capital to present their petition to the government over the action taken to restrict them and the confiscation or seizure of their motorbikes, putting them out of business completely, their livelihood shattered. They will appeal to the government given the tough restriction which has placed them in a situation that they need the government to see reason. So they moved today, marching to the capital to appeal. They have planned a protest, a demonstration, and the police is saying that they are not stopping them from protesting or assembling, but they must seek permit from the Ministry of Justice. That's what the police is saying, that they are aware of the discussion the motorcyclists had about a protest that they have agreed upon in Monrovia under the direction of the Supreme Motorcycle Transport Union of Liberia. The LNP will say that they are responsible to maintain peace, uphold the rule of law, and prioritize safety of all residents in and around the city. Against that backdrop, the motorcyclists got the right to assemble under Article 17 of the 1986 Constitution, which calls for peaceful assembly. But what they are cautious of, it might degenerate into something else. So the LNP is urging the motorcyclists who have resolved to protest or to assemble to notify the Ministry of Justice, that they should inform the Ministry of Justice that got the statutory responsibility or authority for maintaining national peace and security for proper consideration. That means the Ministry of Justice will sit down and look at it and decide whether it is necessary for them to assemble or not. And that they are assuring the motorcyclists of a proper arrangement. Once a proper arrangements are made and approved, the police will make sure that they work in accordance with the law by providing safety for both the protesters and the public. But they will warn those motorcyclists against engaging in acts of violence, confrontation, or any activities, in their words, that could disrupt public order. Here is it. Listen, you've got 3 dead already. The police show no remorse. Those families are grieving. It is wrong. It is injustice. Their backs are off them. They are in no way to get their bags and continue their survival. They've been starved. They've been suppressed. And every other thing working against them. It is suppression. It is oppression. It is dictatorial. It is tyrannical. With known days, from time to time, the police is not giving anything strange. With know how the police have treated these people over the time. They got the right to move just like any other person or persons within the ambit of the law. They do not go creating their own death and putting it on the police to create havoc. We have seen awful scenes, terrible ones, reckless attitude from traffic police officers that have resulted before these 3 deaths to many deaths. We've seen police, even besides the motorcyclists, we have seen police, traffic police, dreadful move against other citizens, keke, taxi drivers. We've seen it. The LNP should not present the police as being holy, spotless, immaculate, infallible. To do that is to say that this is truly a one-party state. It is what we want is what you live by. We determine what kind of country the authority will not take responsibility. No civilized nation, no civilized culture would not own up to its own negligence. But we should blame all of the time. Those of you who are blaming the motorbikes, listen, there's a reason for everything. There's a reason. Everyone is human. Everyone should be treated right. When you trample on people's right, when you show blatant disregard for other people, and you stifle, you suppress them, you telling them to get on the rampage, because the only thing that they will be ready for is death. When you take people's livelihood by your power from them, the only thing that registers in the mind, let the people kill. Let the people kill. Moreover, that now you know that you seek permission from the Ministry of Justice. When these people in Weir's time too, they were protesting. When we are government told the people the Justice Ministry has to do, they just seek permit from them. And you people were going all around. The Constitution calls for peaceful this. The Constitution provides for this. The Constitution, that now you know that your need is, and you people were arguing that the Constitution, you don't need any permit. Isn't it what you people were saying? That now you know the people should go for permit because you want to maintain law and order. At that time, weren't you people blasting Weir and say Weir was trampling on people's right? That now you know, you see it? You see what God said, do unto others as you have them do unto you? What goes around comes around. Precedence. You give the people bikes, man. You can call them and speak to them. But you can't. You can kill them by seizing everything they have to continue their life. When you rescue, you will have difficult times. There's nowhere that you rescue and then there will not be a situation like this. That's why you brace yourself for these things. But what do? You show the leadership by speaking to them. I think it was Israel, who was talking about we asked time how the police, was being treated, and I was listening to the show. And he just could not remember during Patrick Surrian time, but he stated all those things that are happening. What he didn't mention, it was this. During we asked time, he will use the megaphone to speak to protesters. See Unity Party people in opposition, the motorcyclists, other people. They'll use because Israel was trying to say how safer the police were in dealing, how we will speak to them, that you don't be hard-handed on them. So they were showing leadership. They were showing professionalism. So they would take the megaphone and speak to the protesters, speak to the motorbike protesters, speak to other people who were protesting, appealing to them, tell them to go behind. If you go back now, the internet is available within the world of technology. Go back, ask YouTube for very many of those protests that Unity Party had under CDC government. You will see the police. The police will just create a buffer and allow the people. And I can say this because many times I was on 9th Street. I stayed on 9th Street for years. I saw almost everything that happened. At one point in time, I saw how the police demonstrated. There were times they did some awful things. We condemned them, we criticized them. But it came a time I started to see how the police were conducting themselves. They would allow the civilians to do this, to do that. So then people getting closer to the police officers and hitting their baton. And those guys just standing looking. And I just watching them, and just like it was in Europe. And I say, yes, this is professionalism. They respected their rights. They will go close, just as we see on the television, the protesters standing in front of the police, chanting, saying some things, and they weren't throwing stones, but they were just talking, and the police just sitting, just standing with all of their stuff on them. They never move into them to start beating them, nothing whatsoever. They talk, and then at a certain point in time, the commander will come and tell everybody to go across the road, LBDI side. I saw that many days. And even if you went on 9th Street now, that testimony is there. People who are listening to me on 9th Street know that they are telling their uncle, they say, yes, that's true, it happened yet. I'm not saying that they never had some awful scene, but very many of the time the police show that professionalism on a way. That what led to the next strategy they brought was, oh, look, let's use this strategy. When they are protesting, let's bring water. Let's give them food. In essence, it is the right to petition the government, to speak to the government. They took action against the bad people, but guess what? We had never took them off the street. There were actions that were taken. They did some things that they should not. They crossed line that they should not have crossed. But we have never seized the bike and took them off the street completely, just like these guys have done. You know what you have done to all of those families? You know what you have done to the very citizens? See the people who walk on a daily basis. See, listen to people crying how there is no means, very fast means to get any sick person to a hospital. Transportation has skyrocketed. Taxi drivers and keke, they have increased their fares because the whole of Morovia is onto them now. There is no competition. And since the population has risen, the taxi drivers and the keke, they increase their prices. The guys running on the other side, the bikes, the few bikes available on the other side, they too, they're taking advantage, they're increasing. You settle it. LNP, Gregory Coleman, these are citizens. These are Liberians. Why it is true you say, oh, the police, they did that to police, they went ransacking police checkpoints and other things, attacking officers. Chief, as leader, you expect things to happen. In the midst of it, the kind of decision you take will determine whether you are truly a leader in difficult times or you're just an opportunistic leader. You are aware these things you experience in Ellen's time, we are inherited and we are handle it well. You look at how the CDC government handle it. Not that these people did not do anything. They did a number of terrible things. They went on the rampage many days in Weah's administration. But what did Weah do? He showed leadership. He spoke to Patrick Sulu. Take time with them. I know that you people are vexed with how they are going on the rampage, doing something destroying, but you want to take time how to deal with it. Look at the problem and see how you can solve the problem in a way that it will not affect both parties or both parties will be satisfied. That's what you do. You don't solve a problem in every situation with a heavy hand situation and call that solution. You give the people back, you call them and tell them you can lay out certain conditions. The guys are appealing. Oh, yes, I join my voice to their voices. You see reason. You can tell them this is your stopping point. Fine. And you're not even thinking about those people those bike riders who were killed. As far as you're concerned, it's not the police who killed them. So it's necessary. But where it came from, they are appealing to you, Patrick Sulu. You need to speak to Boakai. These people helped you in the election. These people were very supportive of you people. Why it is true that the elections is off now, we're off electoral politics, and it's all about maintaining law and order, but the responsibility is on you, Patrick Sulu, not on the bike riders, to make sure that things are right. You have to develop a plan. Discuss it in a way they are waiting, they are willing to listen to you. They are willing, they are open to negotiation. They are ready to make concession. Why wouldn't you want to? Instead of those people calling for protest, you should be saying, as the police chief, you're assembled at this place, let's meet and let's sort this thing out. That's what you do. The longer this thing stays, they can't get their bikes. They will start getting into something different. And then you people will be the same people running after here and there. It will be a real distraction for you. This is not a major issue that can be resolved. Every little thing is on the people. Police can never take responsibility. That's bad. That's draconian. That's evil. That's demonic. Only Satan can never accept his fault. You negotiate. Call the people. You don't need to demonstrate. Let's meet at this point so that we sort out things. Why will it take you to call those people? In fact, they will be even happy when they hear an announcement or such from the leadership that the chief of police wants to see us. And they will be there 2-3 hours waiting for the police boss to come and speak to them with excitement. And I am convinced whatever the police boss tells them by discussion, they will agree and they will express or make their own suggestions too. And that discussion will be a savor. But you don't allow the work today. You didn't see frustration, Patrick Sulu, when you see this thing. You know how many families over there, you know how many homes can really have it. You know how many homes those people were supporting. They will run whole day before they take money home. Sometime in the afternoon, then they carry full money. Their family waiting for them. Some of them have enormous responsibility. Some of them working for people. Run and pay, as it is called in Liberia. You have to look at all of those things, Chief. Not because you're riding a tinted windshield, not because none of your relatives involved or riding back. You have to sit down and look at it from a human perspective. Drop the power. Let's go a few calls, man. Y'all give the people backs, man, by negotiation. I'm not dictating to you. But y'all give the back. Patrick Sulu, Gregor Como, rather, show leadership, Chief. Look at those people. Look at that sector. You know how much they contribute in terms of transportation? Already the cars, the taxis are not many in this country. The kekeks are in considerable number. The routes are not too good. Between 7:30, 8, 9, all the taxis off the street. Emergency, who the people turn to? Back. Look at how your guys at various checkpoints. You went on the highway, you say you caught people. You caught police officers collecting money. So you in a setting, why you can move around to see, disguise yourself and see how some of the police, traffic police officers, when they see bike, how they can get on it. Then you will know that truly, yes, my guys are the cause of some of these injuries and death. Because they will not try to arrest that bike or to restrain that person, but rather they will start to use excessive force in that engine and cause all over that person fault, getting into another car or somebody roll over that person, then they say they're not the police. But everything originates from the police. Oh man. Let's go, yeah. Let's take a few calls. All right. So we're about to look. Let me see you playing. The King's Cash giveaway is star 799 star 100 hatch, and you play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Let's just get a few calls on this one. That whole thing about ECOWAS Parliament, you're leaving another shame for Richard Kuhn and his people. That thing can happen. You're leave that thing. You're not even worried about it. Nothing. Those people they elected are for nothing. You're leaving. Let's just take a few calls. Hello. I'm good as you are.
Yeah, I'm Dito calling from District 17. Well, my contribution is connected to what you just said relating to the motorbike rider. Waka know that we don't have sufficient cars here for transportation.
Not at all.
The motorbike rider are the one that most often can help us. Many a time when we are in kind of a tough and attack situation. Now, when you take the gas back and pack it, 700 plus, you know how many families that you are suppressing? You are depriving from being supported, and you say you want to put things in order. You believe in rule of law. You believe in the law before you can follow it, and you breaking it. But you know what? That what they choose, that what they voted for.
Yeah, Chief, we can't go that route. The election over now. We can bring electoral politics into it. It's about survival right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. Okay, we accept that. But the fact of the matter is that this party said or told people that he has 40 years experience, he could do the best. I think he lack of leadership ability. George Weah government was the best government when it comes to the police. They got completely controlled and respected by President Weah. But for Bwaka, everybody doing their own thing.
Thank you,
we
Chief.
got more to cry on. We got more to complain on.
Thank you. Hello. You are on the air.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Let's hear you quick.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Castle. I give my call from another street in Lower Johnsonville.
Let's hear you.
You see, Mr. Sam Andrew is often said that when the wicked rule, the people suffer. This particular government that have come into power, they are very much wicked. And that's why everybody is suffering in this particular country. And let me say this to the police. There's no part of the Constitution that, and I say that when you want to protest or to have peaceful assembly, you must go to the Supreme Court. That is totally out of order. And I call on the bike rider when they're ready. So we are here. We'll move with them. We'll march with them. We are not going to sit here and allow these police and who are very much untrained. They are one that provoking the bike rider when the ready people should be on the bike rider. They are
Chief.
well organized. Why during we are time these things are not happening? Because their government is very much incompetent. And,
Okay,
and
thank you, sir.
Order the field, they can use arms to intimidate anybody here. If you feel you secure,
Thank you, Chief. Hello. You want to cut off your radio? Good afternoon. Your name and where you call from? Move away from those voices. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sam Andrews.
Good afternoon. Let's hear you. Your name and where you call from?
I'm Hussein, and I call you from Jacobstown.
Let's hear you, Hussein.
Thank you. So, here is it. I will continue to call on the government to have reconsiderations on our brothers, the motorcyclists. I listened to Senator Sargent this morning, one of the sister show. He said he had a meeting with the motorcyclist leaders from their different groups. So they are ordered down to having a meeting with the director of police and entire team either tomorrow or today, if not tomorrow. So I would want to see that come off freely, that they can sit around the table and negotiate. But when people come in with a hard sentiment, then sometimes we have to call and tell them, no, you should not be sentimental. Because there are people who make an effort to see that this thing is resolved so that our brother can go back on the street.
Hussein, hold on. Must Sir Joseph intervene that will give
transport at the
yeah. But the timing, who has the responsibility? The police director. Who went in full effect of the restriction? The police director. Who should be looking at it to sort it out? The police director before.
So the government, there is a joint figure. In fact, the police.
Yeah, but it should not reach. It should not reach at that level. He should resolve this thing.
He was in consultation with the justice minister. You understand? So it's a government matter. It's not just about the police director, but it's a government matter. So since Sir Joseph intervened into it, and we've seen that things will be resolved, let us just hold on and see that the best result come out. But when anybody says sentiment and wanting to bring the president and the government into totality.
No, but they will blame Braga. Who Braga is who? He's the president. Everything they will bring him in.
I know who are those that blaming Braga. Oh. I know you're not blaming Braga. You know,
but Braga is responsible and blame Braga. He is the president. Braga can speak to that situation. Braga can tell the police director, negotiate with the people, give the people back, make sure that you have things in place. My man, I said, what you call? You can't put Braga there, my man. My man, barbecue, man. Nembuka Niza. Hello. Hello. Who say you can never leave Bwaga out? Bwaga, the mean man. He is the president. Hello.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. I'm Richard King, calling from Iron Factory, around the Iron Factory Town Hall, commonly known as Dumpard Fire. Well, Andrew, you are an intellect. You know, I was always let to follow your show. I've read thousands of people always listening to you, and you know the time that you're going to. Look, we all know that the police take instruction from the Minister of Justice. The police, they don't, react on their own. So the order coming to the police is from the higher up. So we're appealing to the government. This is why you are right, Andrew. And you say the president has to be blamed because he didn't know. You understand? Look,
Can you imagine those motorcyclists are just in my community? Look, not happy. They say, my man, the places that we can really make the money, the person will not go there. We just jam on one place. We let even man, if I make it in this more, I will send the person back over. Yeah, I'm not continue. I'll get shorty. Even when you tell the back on us use they report money, they say no. So the guys are getting problems because they have family to feed.
Okay.
Some of them sending their children to school.
All right.
John, those people are feeding the central government.
Okay, Dumper Fire. Yeah.
Guys.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Let's get to the women's line. Hello. Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. What is your name and where you called from?
I'm Seba Koklo from Toulouse.
Let's hear you, man, Seba.
We just want to say thank God for you people that can make us to get the information day by day. We will pray for you people, not those other people who call in and we should pray for them. Whatever you saw is where you will weep. Let them go from place to sit down. These people were planning to kill some of us if only our president were not considered. They had a mind to kill us. Here we are. The so-called rescue mission. He came to Habe, Magibi University graduate. That same day, the health center got on fire where there was no current before they would say that electrical start. And another hot got burnt in Swenotis. Then one boy came said in Jerusalem. Everywhere they may go, the calamity is there.
Okay, thank you.
So no need for that man to say we should pray for him.
All right, thank
the man of God told us, and we say yes, we agree.
Thank you so much. Sorry, we out of time. Thank you ever so much. Well, that's it. That's all the time we've got to be on the show. The news is up in just under 30 minutes from now. And then at 8 this evening is Face the Issues with Teacher Light, A.B. Wayne. You don't want to miss it. We're back tomorrow. So that's the atmosphere. Yombli Kanga Lawrence, she's under attack. The guys want to get her out. She is trembling. They say what goes around comes around. The guys are fed up. They are fed up. Friendship will not play over there. You either straighten up yourself, put yourself together, or get ready to get out. You are not extra. You are not extra. You're not infallible. You're not the parliamentarian that knows it all than anybody in that Senate. It was just a privilege, an opportunity for you to have ascended with the influence of the executive. It doesn't put you above the rest of the guys to look down upon them, take the Senate and place it on the lap of Joseph Yeman Boakai. If you're not mindful, if you can get your house in order, you will leave that place and a mail will go there and nothing you will do. It's easy. It's very easy to get you out. The guys over there, you know them. Maybe the only person that might be on your side, Senator Dillon and a few people over there. But okay, that's it, man. That's all the time we've got to be on the show. If God permits, we're back tomorrow on the show. I'm Sam Andrews. Shalom.
Thank you.